Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another video, and today I'm going to give my honest review and feedback on Tai Lopez's SMMA program. I know he's done various ones, whether it's the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, so stay tuned.
In my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini. You know, it's always fun to have fast cars, drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things?
So who is Tai Lopez? If you guys don't know, internet marketer and online pretty much guru, one of the first ones that kind of exploded over the last decade. And if you guys don't know a little bit of my background, I actually worked for Tai Lopez starting in 2016, so early 2016 to late 2018, and it was an amazing journey. So almost 3 years I was with him. We were actually selling his courses. 8-9 months in, when I was into the company, I started selling when he launched his SMMA course. I remember it very, very clearly in 2016. It was October 2016 when he launched his SMMA program and kind of catapulted this ripple effect of online SMMA, just like a trend, right? So social media marketing agencies, he created this ripple effect of waves of people that have joined that program and later became other creators within the space. So I was there when he first launched it. I remember because he always goes to Palm Springs. He talks about it in his videos. He goes to Palm Springs before he does any launch, and he was in this season where he was just launching. It was like a launching season, but this was by far one of the biggest courses that he had launched within a small amount of time that just crushed it right out the gate. And it was a lot of money. Like it was a ton of what he was able to sell. He sold it for $997, and it was only like a couple videos. It was like, I think 7 videos or 3 to 7 videos just starting off, just to get people started. But he wrote on the idea. He was talking about it, giving it for like a whole week, or I think it was a week. Like as far as like the details, but he was doing all these anticipations on him launching it. He did all these I think for weeks. He was asking like, hey, what do you guys want to learn out there with his audience back in the day? And this was one of the main ones where a lot of people have asked, and it was the most wanted type of course out there. So what Tai did was, I'll give you guys like kind of a little bit background about like the course, was he took, after he built the foundation of a few videos and modules, he went out and he started getting people that were already crushing it in the space. He ended up also getting people that were crushing it in the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, became testimonies, and when they were scaling their agencies, he brought them in to teach what they know. So what Ty's good at is he's good at getting people all onto one platform into his courses. Like, he's not even the real estate mentor, but he has a real estate mentor program. He has a credit program, but he's not the credit expert there, right? Like, he has knowledge on like all these different industries. If I were to sum up what Tai Lopez is, he's definitely an entrepreneur, but he's more on that level where he knows marketing. Like he's marketing from a different perspective, but it doesn't mean that he's going all out with a marketing agency. He produces the type of business ideas and pretty much monetize through all these different ideas. If you guys knew about like the traveling CEO program, so how to make money online program, where he brought other people that were crushing it in the drop shipping space, e-com space. So Tai was just good at getting the best people, or actually people that actually had results, that were actually crushing it. So he verified these people and he put them into his platform because he knew how to get attention. So this is what the marketing agency course became. It literally just became him setting a foundation and then taking the best, like so many top people to have a video or module in the actual course. So you're going to be learning from multiple people in this course. Is it worth it? Is it worth actually joining? Because okay, we have Tai Lopez, there's information from even since 2016. I know he's always updating it. So when I was there, when I was working for him, we had a lot of testimonies coming in the doors. Like, people were actually getting results, closing clients. It was such a big trend. It was such a newer concept to a lot of people. And then it started to kind of explode into the space, into where we're at right now. And what I've seen is, after he's taken like the people that were at the top, they also started doing their own type of consulting for other businesses, and he kind of leveraged other people to so he can keep selling and growing his course. So it's one course. If I were to give like pros and cons, right? It's a course that has so many different teachers on it that teach different things. Even some people say do this, other people say do this, and they try to structure it, but since you're having so many different people teaching, there's no amount of structure. So I think that's what it lacked. It lacked structure. There was different phases, but as like, you go from one video to another, every speaker is speaking something different. So that was probably a con in it too, is there are some out-of-date material. So some of the material is not up to date, but you can actually see how it's evolved over time. So that was another thing. And then 3 is there's so many people that are teaching it that sometimes they would also contradict one another, which is okay because you get to see, people's perspective. Like one person says, hey, this is how much you should charge for this service. The other person says, this is how much you should actually charge. And then there's always different perspectives. And I think that's also another pro because you get to see based on whoever's teaching their perspective, what they're teaching and what they're sharing as far as the course. And obviously what Tai did was, that's why he made a 1.0, a 2.0, or 3.0. He was always creating it so then he'd get like people that are actually crushing it real time, have them record modules, and then he'd sell it as it is with the newer information. And it kind of keeps it fresh, keeps it going, because obviously social media marketing is always evolving. So those are a few of some of the cons. Like I didn't see a lot of structure in it. I didn't really see that it can really help people that want like a solid game plan step by step. Like I said, there's phases from like getting started to learning how to market to getting clients to fulfilling services. So and that's what I think all like courses should be when you're teaching on the SMMA topic, okay? So this is why when I was like seeing what Tai was doing, but like I said, the first year when we launched it, there were so many testimonies. We kept getting newer people coming in. It was very practical. It was really good information from all the top speakers that he brought in, people that were crushing and making 7 figures plus a year in their agencies, teaching in here and making 7, 8 figures in their businesses, and then transferring or going into shifting and transitioning into an agency model. So it was a lot of great information moving forward as the industry was adapting. So those were a few of the cons, not being structured. Maybe there was too many different instructors as well. And then 3 is the contradicting people contradicting each other from the different concepts. And obviously there's so many different ways to do it correctly, and a lot of people like structure. So that's what I would say are the cons of the course. Some pros, when you look at the cons, I think with the pros, there's always a good thing to it. Like, I said one of the cons is there's a lot of instructors. Well, that's another good thing because now you get different perspectives. And then another one of the cons is they're contradicting, but also you're looking at, okay, now you start to do your research on the person that's saying it, what's their background, and that is why they came to their conclusion, because these guys are in the trenches and they're just sharing based off their experiences. And that's what I think. And I think he's created such a good community. Like he has so much attention, so many eyes on him and his brand after he scaled the whole Here in My Garage. And like I said, it was a great time. Like I was one of the sales reps selling the program. I consulted with a lot of people. Some of you guys that might be watching this right now, I probably consulted you guys, and you guys have seen the growth of where I came from, because I didn't think I was going to start an agency as well, because I was doing it for so long. I was teaching people the concepts. I was giving them game plans, strategy, structures on how to build, how to grow. And now that I see like the importance of it, I see where it's going. I decided to do it myself because of what I've seen and how I saw Tai build his info product, build his brand, and that's all I started to do with other clients. So that's what I do with my marketing agency. We run for info product and e-commerce clients, mainly info product. I like building personality brands just like what Tai did. But as far as the SMMA course, if you guys are on the fence, if you guys are saying, hey, is this dude legit? Tai is legit. Like his stuff is good if you just take it. Like I think the biggest thing that you can take from Tai Lopez is his mindset. When I was working in the trenches and I learned from how he operated, how he moved, and how he also shared his wisdom and knowledge to people, his knowledge, right? Knowledge. And as he shared his knowledge to people, it was one of those things where I got to expose myself to this thing called osmosis that kind of built my mindset, that kind of built what he likes to call to have tough skin. You need tough skin. I got a lot of awareness. I became a lot more adaptable, and I just became open to learning newer things. He kind of opened my mind, and that's what I learned through working with him personally in his offices, and him doing talks, him being in the chat, seeing how he operates every single day, how he was moving, how he was growing, building his brand, doing the live streams. I was literally right there when he was doing a ton of live streams. We were always present. It was like going into a different type of space because this was brand new. You know, this is when internet marketing started to get big, from not just personality brands, but how you build out funnels. Like building out funnels in affiliate marketing, online marketing, it's been around for a long time, but the way that he was doing it and adapting and doing giveaways and attracting other influencers and utilizing how Instagram, Snapchat, that's when Snapchat was blowing up then. So does Tai know what he knows as far as like social media marketing? Yeah, he's good. He's good at what he does. He's an entrepreneur. Like, he's a businessman. But as far as like the course, is it worth the investment? I believe it's worth it if you're trying to get into two things. So number one is if you're just trying to familiarize yourself with more people in the space that are crushing it. So it opens up your eyes of people that you can actually trust that are crushing it in the SMMA space, and you can see their journey, see how they're operating and how they're running. And yeah, they give all good advice in there. You know, it's all different perspectives, different types of people from all walks of life that are teaching you marketing based on whatever business, however many clients they run, or whatever industry they're in. So it's a diversity of industries. You're not just learning from one person, which is a good thing. And then two, Tai's built such a great community, like his Facebook group. It's such a good community. I think you get to connect with way more people. You get to look at how it's evolved. There's a ton of resources in that group alone and in the program. So it is for the price it is. It's reasonable. You know, I'm not going to say it's a scam at all, because I don't believe it is. I believe it does the best to try to give information, but I do believe that it can be more structured. It could have been well more thought out, but it was built along the way based on all the feedback that was coming in the earlier days all the way up till now, with all the different courses that are out now, all the different masterminds in the SMMA space. So yeah, I mean, that's what I got from it. Like I said, the biggest thing I learned from Tai is the mindset. I think mindset is huge for a lot of people, learning how to have a mindset second to none, to be able to not just run an agency, but run a business and face adversity. I've seen adversity come against the company multiple times, and just how they kind of pushed through it was amazing. It was interesting. It was a good learning curve, good learning experience. Makes me have a peace of mind too, because I'm like, okay, you know, like everyone goes through problems. Every company, we all know that, right? Like every company goes through it. But this is my honest review of Tai Lopez's SMMA course, and even just a little bit about my experience. I'll be sharing more about my experience working with him.
You know, I'm actually more proud of these 7 bookshelves I had to have installed in my garage to hold 2,000 new books that I bought.
Any questions you guys have, feel free. Go ahead. You guys can click the link below. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you guys in another video. Be blessed. Be encouraged. Take care.